Ah, yeah, that's right. The murder. The murder specifically done at the law firm, or something to that fucking effect. I don't know. Have I talked to everybody? I forget how much I've done. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case? Faraday and Rao. It looks like they killed each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. And what would they be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me, boy? What? I've been downgraded to just boy? I guess that's that then? Yeah, okay. Edgeworth gets degraded and now he's, you know, ready to fucking do this. The window is open. The window is open and there's a fresh flowery scent in the air. Ugh! Flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? Yeah, I was gonna say, bro. Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one can get through these windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. True. Nice fucking TV, bro. Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. I don't think he has the budget for that, Edgeworth. Ooh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge. Ah! I'm way too noisy.
You're the noisy one, Scruffy.
Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. The foundation, Seems like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. Okay. What's going on over here? There's some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, table's all neat and tidy. Okay. Maybe it was super quiet in this scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know? Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off. Perhaps. There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but it doesn't see any signs of disturbance. Table's all neat and tidy. Oh, but yeah. Fuck it. Come on. Bap. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Damn, poor Gumshoe getting... I mean, he's always, unfortunately, thrown under the bus, but even more so than normal, man. This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room.
Ah, I see.
Did you figure something out?
This is a competition, Miles, and as such, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk to me.
As you wish. I think the funniest part of, like, me voicing Manfred von Karma like that is that, like, Franziska, I give, like, this really bad, like, thick German accent, but Manfred has no fucking evidence of that. So it's like, okay, yeah, she just kind of picked that up, not from her fucking family, though. Even more of an asshole than President Edgeworth. Yeah, true. Okay. Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rao. Hey, yo. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However... using logic, the only logical conclusion is... aha! What was that outburst for? My detective's instinct just hit me real hard. It was that Mr. Rel that fell first, see? You don't need a detective's instinct for that, it's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. Okay, let's examine. Why is one of the bags bloody? Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. Oh, it's just the same fucking dialogue, but on this scene without the sprites. Anyway, these plastic bags could be evidence of a fight. Yeah. Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rel and then he fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. It sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Yes, sir. Let's examine the knife. It's bloody! So Mr. Rel died with a knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck on it. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Shut up by pulling the trigger himself. Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot down some notes about it. Oh? His hand is all black down here, see? Wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain. True? An ink stain? Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. So you aren't just making it up, pal? Sure you didn't just time travel here from the 1800s? Mr. Rel's cause of death was from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Yes, it's bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rel's cause of death with his body position like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail, if possible.
What's this? You are not able to form a theory with the way they are?
I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you?
I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it!
Labby? Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir. 2010, is that close? Probably. And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will ya? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir! Understood, sir! Ooh. Okie dokie. Oh, first things first. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad is always telling me, you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. Jeez! What's going on over here? Shot in the chest. Takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. Right, I keep forgetting it's only been a week for him at this point. I keep thinking it's been like a little longer, but no, just a week for Gumshoe. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it is discharged from a firearm, therefore burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Hey, Wally! We're just playing some Ace Attorney. Hope you're doing well. Ergo, Mr. Rel must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Sheesh. Doing great as always. Good to hear, good to hear. Oh, this is very clearly a knife wound. I didn't even look at it too deeply. But like, there's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rel is holding. Labby. Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rel is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Dude, call him marsupial. Yeah, I didn't even clock that. Jesus. Fuck me, dude. That's... Oh. Bitch got called a kangaroo. Let's now try and understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rel and fired. However, Mr. Rel managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then, the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory, in any case. What a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Okay, so I assume that's my cue to go into logic mode. Alright. Ink stain. Fountain pen in the pocket. Connect it. That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. Wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Ooh, let's ask the lab guy. Also, howdy, Carrick. Alright, Detective Gumshoe. I confirm the substance of Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see. Good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. Hey, Adam. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Alright, put that pen in there. The table and the bags, maybe. Let's try that. Bing! There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table. And yet, a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during the struggle. In which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag was related somehow. Please get that blood away from me, pal. Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on. Let me ask the lab guy. All right, please hurry. Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so, I leave it in your hands, pal. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. I mean, things are never as they seem with Ace Attorney, yeah. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory if they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there is actually a contradiction that shows there is another possibility. No, wait, pal. Really? I suppose I will just have to show you the conflict in this crime scene. Okay. Wait, hold on. Fountain Faraday's hand, yeah. Fountain pen by the left-handed. Where's my noise? Where's the noise? Uh-oh. and yet that's in his right hand. Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. And if he's in there and we're out here, hey, Poke. And yet the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Woo!
Investigation complete. Wow! Wow!
Here's the autopsy report.
It is probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case.
Are you sure we know everything?
Of course! The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant.
He's my non-dominant hand stabbed him to death. It's been too long since I've played all the games, but I would not doubt it.
But the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for doubt.
Do you really believe that to be the truth?
Ha! Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true?
Ugh.
It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is.
Don't worry, I will. Get her! Kill!
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory. Okie dokie. Instantaneous.
From this, it's obvious they died after he shot Mr. Rell. Mr. Rell, on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him.
Hold it!
So you believe that the dying Mr. Rell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday?
Mr. Rell became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled. And in the end, Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound.
Can you really say that? It's perfect.
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, so if you could append that statement to your testimony.
Fine.
They struggled, and Mr. Rell used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. So this is where they want me to present, but I don't really know what. So I guess I'll just go one by one and look at things. Other than a gunshot, I didn't hear the sign of a struggle. I mean, is that it? I mean, is that enough? Sure, fuck it. If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing.
You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rel get his hands on the knife?
Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It is not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rel saw a chance and took it out at some point.
So, what you're saying is this. Mr. Rel took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed.
Isn't there something strange in Francisca's statement just now? I mean, usually when you say this, yes, something's off. Wait, something doesn't add up.
Oh, really?
It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. Discovered immediately after a gunshot was heard. Would that be enough?
Take that!
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that. Yeah, get him! Get her!
Oh, you got me.
But of course.
Well then, if the report is correct, then there is only one correct explanation. If it's supposed that Mr. Rel attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would be able to kill Mr. Rel.
Okay, something's up with the music today. I don't know what it is, but on my left ear I hear a lot more, I'm gonna call it DS bass, instead of the other crude thing I was gonna say. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna adjust the headphones a little, see if that fixes it.
Therefore, Mr. Rel must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense.
Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca.
I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible. Before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could.
How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Francisca, you still got a ways to go.
What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic?
Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. The contradiction here in the crime scene is... I mean, aren't these kind of the same? I'm gonna do the order the bodies fell though, just to be more specific. Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rel. Then, the wounded Mr. Rel found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rel died thereafter. That's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled.
No.
Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rel's. Therefore, Mr. Rel must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible!
Yes, I agree that seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must solve is...
No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth!
What now?
I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that it's even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent.
She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. Alright, let's go. No, you'd be very hydrated. It's so true.
It was just a chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rel's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It doesn't really matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order.
Ooh. I just know that Francisca's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Hard to draw without having some back support. Yeah, I feel that. Oy. Once I do, I can then present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. It was just a chance that they fell.
The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time.
Hold it!
Desperately waiting for a new chair. Actually, same though. I'm asking for a new chair for the room for Christmas because this one not only squeaks a lot, but it's wearing down, man. Feels like it'll just break. Oh. What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time?
I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He made to attack Mr. Rell while holding both the knife and the revolver. And then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rell grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rell wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top.
Hey, yo.
What?
Nothing.
At close range, that is more than possible.
Yes, it's possible, but...
Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got.
Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony.
I'll daily point to that, but as you please.
My squeaky gaming chair! My gaming chair won't stop squeaking! Enough! To the electric chair with you! The fact indicates that they attacked each other at the same time from close range. Close range!
Objection!
There were no burn marks. So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it is written in the crime scene notes. The firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. Brell's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Brell and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. I mean, this is just my chair. It just so happens to be in front of my desk, which has my computer. It's not specifically for that. This is just the chair I have. Unfortunately, I'm not sure when I get the new chair if it'll have the same qualities as this one, because this one can go speed. I'm sorry, I'm feeling very goofy and silly today. Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up by each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. With there being no chance that Mr. Rell moved that far after being shot. That leaves only one possible explanation.
What a completely foolish line of foolish stuff from a thoroughly foolish fool.
Sip.
If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who?
The person that attacked first with murderous intent? That would be... But neither, right? Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person here. Yeah, you know, fair enough. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. The third person is the real culprit.
Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing.
Evidence, correct?
Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there is a third person involved in this crime?
Of course. If a third person was truly here, that fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof of this has all been a setup, made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it, and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence that proves there's a third person involved? Maybe this is a stretch, but I was going to say the handgun because maybe that was placed because it's in the wrong hand for Faraday. Try it. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it. Oh, so this was one with two answers, okay. These two items point to the presence of a third person.
How so?
Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground. Yeah, someone else must have deliberately scattered them around. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment. There's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held a knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they were able to conceal their presence.
Ja!
You know, yeah. Spit them facts, buddy. Talk your shit, King. Looks like we've still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
Who? What the heck's up with you, pal? Judge, why is Judge so stanced up, by the way? It's not just that he's like full body, he's like stanced, my dude. He looks like he's ready to throw down at all time. He's got that fighting game idol animation. Well, actually, no, if it was a fighting game idol animation, he'd have like his like fists up. But you know, he does look like he can throw down.
Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates.
Don't you dare!
A detective claims he was in there, standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie.
Why does you have the most unenthusiastic objection I've heard in my life? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm kind of overacting the character judging by that. Maybe I should be more monotone. Miss Yu, I asked that you please explain that last statement.
I'll let His Honor explain it himself.
Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time where there was no one in the hallway. What?
I see, Mr. Bad. So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie?
Gumshoe. Did you kill Faraday? No! Of course not, sir!
It would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. Plus ratio, plus get the fuck out of here. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles.
In the hallway, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Was that statement really a lie? Oh my god, my inner monologue just lost its Britishness for a second. Was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of two men. Now spit out the truth or so help me! Yeah, I haven't lied to anyone, sir. Honest! I was really there. I was in the hallway the whole time. This is if I didn't say an exact time. Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly.
Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all.
Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what's that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about? Motive for the murders? I suppose one thing I'd like clarified is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or something? No, sir, not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir. Is that a fact?
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe?
I'm telling you, I am not lying!
The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know. If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here.
Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy, because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation.
You're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice.
Oh, I didn't even realize she had freckles, damn.
It was, about a week ago. I saw a detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit!" A brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation?
You totally misunderstand me, pal. No matter how mad I can never hold a grudge. Quiet. We can't trust anything you say. Sir? There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed, per se, but there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Mr. Yu's perfect explanation may not be so perfect at all. I think I know already. Stood there, salary cut. A brand new detective only getting a salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. How's that for the perfect explanation?
Hold it!
You call your explanation perfect?
Is it not to your liking?
Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards.
Oh, is there something you want me to clarify in that case?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes. Alright, if you could clear this one thing up for me. You never really brought up a motive for Rel, only Faraday. I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rel?
His motive for killing Mr. Rel? Like I would know.
If there was no clear motive for both of the murders, then I doubt this incident would have occurred. Wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves?
Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea.
Well, but that's impossible. She must know something.
Wait. Can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh.
I didn't even do anything, and you're already laughing away.
Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out the way it did anyway.
Oh, would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation.
Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight. There's not a requisite trait for being Yvonne Karma. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you shut this rude woman up.
I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second.
Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids.
All right, revise that testimony. Ugh.
There's no one out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. All you really have to do is establish that someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rel, who happened to be there, became a witness for Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity, and set up to look like they had killed each other.
I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? I should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. Alright. Second KG-8 incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member. Well, damn, if I didn't just look at it there, they would have just spelled it out for me, huh? The two men who both wound up as suspects in the case. Is there someone else I'm overlooking who is somehow related to them? Literally, Ace Attorney is either like, we're going to shoot you with the most obscure answer imaginable, or here, we're going to spell out literally everything for you. I know I should be used to this after playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 9 games and now being on my 10th of them, but, you know. There's no one out there with a motive to kill both. I'll boink. Boink.
Objection!
Die. Monsieur, I believe there was someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up?
What do you mean?
We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Well. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect in the original KG-8 incident. And a member of the Cadopian Embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. He do be Cochin, though. Or something like that, I don't fucking know. That's right, the very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Cadopian's embassy staff, Mr. Rell, and the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG-8 incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men?
Well, I suppose he might have had a reason or two.
You covered for me, pal! Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect, make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony. These are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it! You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. Also, Edgeworth, I'm sure there's at least one other thing you wish to hold, but that's neither here nor there. I don't think that's in this time frame. Maybe a few years from now. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any... Fuck. You want to investigate Cochin? You'd just be wasting your time. Why is that? Cochin was up in the viewing gallery, watching the trial. Or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived.
And the only real suspect we have is still Detective Gumshoe.
I suppose so. No way. Come on, Detective Bad! You gotta believe me, sir! I really was in that hallway the whole time, sir. Never took a single step into this room, sir. Okay, then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway? No. No. There was no one else, sir. Then why should I believe you didn't do it?
That is what incredibly foolish, Detective. Standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. It's as good of a confession as guilt.
It's as good as a confession of guilt. Oof, I botched that one a little. I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he's innocent, you'd think he would have at the very least offer up, I spaced out while on duty or the like. Ben's theme does kind of go hard, yeah. Come on, Gumshoe. Time for your interrogation. I was just kind of here the whole time. I just kind of said like 1 or 2 lines and I've just been stanced up in the background the whole time. Detective Bad. Unfortunately, Gumshoe is stupid. Unfortunately. Hi, Kiki.
Miles Edgeworth, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa.
And that, as they say, is that. Right, everyone? Ho, ho, ho.
Shut the fuck up, Judge. You didn't do anything in here.
Understandable.
Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh?
Before we do, Miss Yu, there was something I'd like to speak with you about.
What is it? So, what do you want to ask me about?
The current case of the murdered Kadobian embassy staff member. I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG-8 incident.
Only among you law enforcement types. And what about it?
I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG-8 incident.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers.
No, I believe you know much more. Since you are directly tied to the KG-8 incident. You're a lawyer. I mean, yeah, true.
I'd appreciate it if you'd stop with the false accusations. Baseless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know?
I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here.
You can stop making that ultra serious face in front of me?
Ugh. You can please stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not gonna make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her exactly how related to the KG-8 incident she is. Wasn't she in this? Oh yeah, Miss Yu. Get out of here. Miss Yu, I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KG-8 incident.
That file is your proof? Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG-8 incident?
Your connection to the KG-8 incident is through the victim. And victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to the case?
Sorry, we're not related.
What?
Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look on your face.
Shut the fuck up, Epic Games Store. I know that games are on sale right now, but I don't think you have Kingdom Hearts 3 on discount, do you? I would check right now on stream, but I feel like I don't want to be a pace breaker right now. It can wait.
I couldn't help it.
Ugh. Miss Yu, I ask you, please tell me the truth.
Alright, I'll tell you everything I know.
You're literally the most suspicious person known to man. Blue Star Defense 6 is free. True, true! They got Peak for free.
As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister, CCU.
As I thought. Yeah, I haven't played as much of that as I mean to. I mean, I've played a few rounds on my downtime, played some with my boyfriend. It's decent fun, you know, good time killer.
And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial by Manny Cochin. But because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree.
All because of a lack of evidence.
No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist.
What?
I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Cochin's trial was over. Apparently a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence.
Apparently K3 is on.
Oh shit, for real?
Taking a quick 1 to 2 minute break to see the discount. Come on, load. Load. $35.90. Ooh, fuck. Hold up. I'm not buying anything just yet. Hold on. Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. I think there's also a coupon on Epic right now as well. Let me check. I could have sworn there was like a coupon for like generally like 25% off on things as well. So I thought if I could stack that with this 40% off thing, yeah, it might be time. But it doesn't look like I have that yet. Okay. I'll check back later. Either way, 35 bucks, nothing to scoff at. I'll think about it. Oi.
Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? Smuggling ring being run out of the Amano group by one of its secretaries. So yeah, my sister died.
Shut the fuck up, Kingdom Hearts 3 is on sale.
What? What are you talking about? The most recent game in the series is Dream Drop Distance. Kingdom Hearts 3 still isn't out yet. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along.
How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation?
I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense. On this case that people are calling the second KG-8 incident. I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much. I know.
You mean you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring?
I don't know what to think.
Why did Mr. Cochin want to meet with you earlier?
Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently he only found out that I was a defense lawyer on this case after he'd arrived. He figured he should say hi and one other thing. Looks like he couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh boy, stop it with the scary face already. I'm fine, really. I gave him a good slap across the face.
The way she talks about slapping him, she laughs away. It's kind of creepy.
But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around, and people in the gallery claimed that he was in his seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Sorry. Guess I wasn't that much help, huh?
That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life.
Edward, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we?
Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. Because, oh yeah, Completionist does good stuff. I work in my own way, and I'll catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see.
Look at you with your game face on, ready to go.
I'm making no such face.
Did you know? Laughter is the best medicine, Edgeworth. Did you get tired of making such a serious face all the time?
I'm in charge of making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. Damn, okay, edgy boy.
There you go, making that same face again. Oh well. I've gotta get going. I still got a few loose ends I need to tie up.
Consider that. Boy needs it! Boy needs it, for real, yeah. KG incident in this murder investigation. It is my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus that detective, Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. Boy, I'm not ready for when Mr. Von Karma shows back up in this case. No, you're not. Sir, what is to become of the trial of the Cadobian Embassy staff member's murder?
Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely. Looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut.
I suppose it can't be helped.
The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while.
Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Cadobian Embassy staff member and the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell?
What an outrageous circus it has all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete.
An outrageous circus. Right, sir.
I grow weary of this topic.
I don't know why that line with the Charlie's Grandma voice tickled me especially.
Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case. Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you? I'll consider it.
But to turn you the fuck down. Listen, there was no way, there was in no timeline would I have figured out a good voice for Von Karma, so this is just about what I can get.
Whatever for?
I know that there was already a suspect sus in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt.
The perfect proof? Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection. Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? I don't really fucking care. Miles and I will compete to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a crime scene is a really rare opportunity.
I'm just now realizing that Manfred has ear piercings. Damn.
It would give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree? If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish.
And you're allowing us to continue?
In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now, which means you won't have to hear my awful fucking voice anymore. Maybe I'll take a scrumptious piece of hard candy for the journey. Edgeworth, Francisca, see to it I'm not disturbed save for the result of your competition.
Yes, sir.
Of course, Papa.
Geeky, he's gone. Francisca, thank you.
What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means the competition is still on.
What did you say? Manfred's fucking gone! Please stay away as far ready candy as humanly possible. Yes, just as you wished.
I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth.
God, the soundtrack for this game is, like, pretty good. Not quite as solid as the other Ace Attorney games, but still pretty good. But the thing that throws me off about it the most is that, like, it uses the same, like, MIDI instruments as, like, Kirby Superstar Ultra. Like, I can hear it in the horn parts of this song. I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case. Like this guy who's washing his hands. I can't stop the water, sir! It seems that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much.
Bunch of fools who pretend to not see the foolishly foolish actions of a foolish fool.
Thank you, Francisca, I needed that hydrate. Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand?
As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water-drinking fool's mouth is the thing that officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later.
Hey, yo. She seems to have quite the grudge. It sounds to me like someone wanted a drink. Hey, girl. How you doing? Miss you.
Oh, it's you, Edgeworth, and who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Francisca von Karma, and I'm about to become a successor to the family name.
I think I need to rediscover a voice for Francisca, because it's just turning into Peppino.
About to? I guess that means that for now, you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. Why are you whipping me? Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you. Look at you, eyebrows scrunched with lines on your forehead. And that to ask of you. Stop laughing. I'm sorry, it's just so fucking funny. What exactly is so funny? I can make at least 3 different jokes here, but I'm going to hesitate. Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. Oh, I feel much better now. So what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby numero uno the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad? Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. So I take it that you are acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yes, he was the detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. I'm fucking dying over here. Detective Bad is also related to that incident. That's right, he was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa, but how does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? The victim of the case, CCU, was my little sister. You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine. Really, I just making a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, Mr. B, he and Mr. Faraday. I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. You mentioned that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail.
I wasn't keeping track of time, but that felt like 5 minutes. Fuck you. I'm taking a sip. I can't hear TSOST and wonder what it sounds like not through DS speakers. Yeah. There's always there's some really good fucking there's some really good restoration projects out there. I know Kirby Squeak Squad had one. I couldn't tell you where to find it though. But that game's soundtrack crisp is just good. I couldn't tell who's who. Couldn't tell, thank God. You claimed at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad.
But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? We do, and that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rel away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, and we just stayed there and talked.
I feel like all the voices are kind of like a little bit off now. Like, I feel like doing the Charlie's Grandma thing for so long just made me like forget a tiny bit of like what I was doing. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about?
Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more.
Bloody! When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. My favorite example of like soundtracks that sound better not coming out of a DS, the Sonic Rush games, because especially the first Sonic Rush, they made like CD versions of a lot of the soundtrack, and just sounds like that good Hideki Naganuma like goodness when it's not like crusty as hell. I mean, even with the DS speakers, it still sounds all right, but like when you hear it like crystal clear, it's like, Sonic Rush's soundtrack is like top 3 Sonic soundtracks for me. Bloody! When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults.
Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in detective lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2.
I see. Mac Rowell. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mac Rowell. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct?
Yeah, once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that made off with the evidence from KG8, I began to ask for Mr. Rel all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. He just had that made up. He had just made that up. He didn't have that made up. That would make him really sus if it was him that made it up. Wait, no, he did make it up.
He made it up?
Mr. Rel's crime was caught on the tape by the security cameras, but there is no footage of him sneaking into the Kenobian embassy itself. Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu? He was just another cold-blooded killer? Yes, that's right.
I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. I think I have to dip. Alright, see you around, Wally.
That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for us Von Karmas. I don't believe it, you're serious. Why don't you save that face for something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright?
And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest that I was going to.
I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. Alright, you got the Garasu. Monsieur? I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself. But I do get a lot of consolation requests from companies to defend them.
Requests from companies?
The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know. Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives. You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma?
Damn, get her! Francisca! Be careful about who you whip. Choose carefully, we may be sued by— No!
There! I chose carefully, just like you wanted. Just now. That was hilarious, little missy. Of course it was.
What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them delight?
And so, in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say, I had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. The Yatagarasu deals in information, namely in digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, sounds like just another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now, thanks to that thief.
Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. Alright, yes sir! Let's go talk with Gummy. Yes sir! Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Ouch!
As am I.
I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal! I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't! Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal. You're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you really are innocent, that is. That's right! Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will ya? I would have done so even if you had not requested me to, detective. What if I killed you? What then? I mean, just hypothetically, I'm just saying. So, did you and Mr. Faraday have a small meeting last week? I forgot how much I hate. He is pathetic. He is pathetic and a bitch. What exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because my very first day as a detective. I reported in at my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, it was really, really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech.
I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom.
How pathetic for a detective to be compared to a mere school child. What? That's the first time that's happened. I didn't mean to re-click the same thing. Alright, there we go. You claim to be standing guard in front of the George lobby number 2 during recess. However, when you did receive the order to do so... When did you receive the order to do so? And from whom? Earlier at around 3:20, from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn. So I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. I almost said the other pronunciation again.
And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
Ow! Your words sting worse than your whip, pal. This text needs to scroll a little faster, pal. So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Now then, Detective Gumshoe, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? No, not a thing, pal.
In that case, allow me to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage.
Wait! No, you can't do that!
There's nothing of any particular value here.
Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so, you know. And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Hands off, pal!
Just show it to us already!
Yo! Annual bonus check within. $5 total. Except there's no check inside. You had your look. Now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. I just got it and cashed it today. I literally no cash on me up until I did, you know? A bonus of $5, yeah, fuck. And I thought my Christmas bonus back at my old job was bad. Whew! So that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back!
You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later.
How could you? I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I just asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait. Since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask that you wait a second, please. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. Fuck. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct? No mistake about it, pal. And you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct? Yep, not even a single lamp passed through that hall while I was on duty. You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. Huh? Oh. But it's true! I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys is beyond what I can even imagine. So, he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so, given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant lobbies is in order. Baby! It's you! Damn, child just kicked him in the fucking legs. God damn.
How could you have not noticed that coming?
Fuck him up! Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier?
Thanks! That's exactly what I needed!
Kids can sometimes be so cruel.
It looks like he dropped something. This W. Oh, or a Swiss roll. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead.
I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt with next time we meet. I believe I've asked all that I need to of this man. Now for Detective Bad and the judge.
To confirm who is correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next then.
I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Francisca? Alright, she pointed over here, so let's go. There they are. So, did you see anything else? No, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh! You're the new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Miss Von Karma admits I had a heart attack. Sorry. Oh wait, no, sorry. That was not a heart attack. I don't know what that was. I bit my tongue, actually. Oh, fuck. Are you all right, Your Honor?
Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine.
Apparently somebody doesn't feel I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh, very well then. I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Yes, what about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. All right. After all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact movements. Let's go! What are you doing? Did you find something, officer?
I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a little more.
Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue?
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. God damn, jeez, these two fuckers, I swear.
It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area.
I suppose not. Just to check somewhere else. What's in this vending machine?
It would appear this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods.
Why do they have hot dogs in there? What? Why is he that ass up, by the way? Forensics guy kind of caked up, not gonna lie. Just lovely. What will they think of next?
Look, beer jerk in court like these beef jerks. One packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these for $6. They're awfully overpriced.
The lineup is simply awful, period. I would never buy the vending machine hot dog personally. That just sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Speaking of snacks, what did that Swiss roll the little girl dropped this from this machine?
I was wondering about that myself. What do they mean by defendants? Rubbish. Rubbish.
Fuck!
Rubbish. Okay. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. Looks like the slogan was decided through a public contest. And the winner was... Prosecutor Winston Payne?
What a pathetic slogan. No presence at all. Now, if it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in Von Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs.
Objection!
Overruled.
Oh no, do I have to actually examine each of these because they have funny little dialogues? Oh god. Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. I see.
Miles Edgeworth, would you agree it's a very clever pun?
Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name?
Even a foolish fool can understand the foolish thinking of the fool who made it up.
Let me take a sip.
You acted so foolishly that I got thoroughly mad and now utterly famished.
I mean, even still with the yen to whatever, like, dollars conversion, that's still a bit much for fucking orange juice. If you want a pack of these, all you have to do is act like a normal person. Don't let the prosecution and defense make a ham sandwich out of you.
It sounds like it's directed at that ham of a judge.
Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. Look at me. Huh, huh. I got the moves. When it's looking bad, oblige your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence?
Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long.
Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice might not be so bad. Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? Hey, yo!
I bet you means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now.
We are dancing dangerously close We. No, I think it might be that this was milked right here from. Ah! Shut up!
Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious!
Of course not.
Fuck!
Anyway, Swiss rolls, am I right?
There's no choice to Swiss to until the end with these.
The end of what? Fuck. Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess? We still have no idea what, in fact, they were cooking.
You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh?
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after all.
In the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me.
If you want, we could pool our money and buy back together.
If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it.
Well, damn, we can't buy any of them, so fuck. Ah, shit! Okay, at least I didn't accidentally click the milk one again. Get out. Awesome, I am dissolving into dust, fair enough. Look at the fucking, like, scrunkly Francisca icon on the bottom screen. She is so baby. You cannot convince me that she has the same voice here as she does in present day. This game cannot convince me that. Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer? Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir.
I guess we know all of the players in this case then, huh?
It would appear that way. I have a nagging feeling that we're missing something. I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. Your Honor, League of Legends. Death! I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Do you suspect me of something? No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Very well. You may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. Listen, I just got done talking about milk. I don't need to hear about piss and shit. Thank you. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window that I took a shit out of. I mean, that is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. I'm gonna stab you. Poke is the one making it worse, I'm just saying. When I was going into the restroom, the detective, Gumshoe is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. However, this I couldn't believe. When I was about to go exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. I was productive, I felt like I needed to fix that. I mean, at the end of the day, you were still productive, you're just also putting productivity towards, some certainly, what's the word? Strange things now. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious! That's what my finely honed judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I sort of brushed it off. Apparently, this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Oh, anytime, Mr. Edgeworth. Anytime! Let me just do my little strut.
The judges in this country seem rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. But I hear they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about.
Hey, how about doing some actual work, you?
I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. So, I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday, that guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective instinct told me.
A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Hold it!
Francisca, I think you need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad. Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After we got here, we came up to those defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. The defense person, not you. Yes, I figured as much. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Raoul off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. And around what time did all of that take place? Well, let's see, I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway. Not once.
Oh, and how can you make such a claim?
One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he did. And if the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to?
That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected.
You and I, we were in lobby number 1 next door. Wait, I was there with you? No, oh my god. I thought you knew. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I'm still missing some key pieces of information.
The gunshot!
Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah, I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug, who was just walking around in the hall, and raced in the lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order.
That makes you a discoverer of the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does. Oh, miss.
I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else!
You wave that thing around anymore. Did he just fucking dodge? I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss.
You wouldn't dare!
Just joking.
Ugh.
Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? The time, I guess, maybe? I'd like you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again. I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. So we heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Okay. Fuck. Can't argue that. Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste.
Hold it! Oh, come on! All you're doing is standing in front of this door doing nothing.
I get the sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene, or rather that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask you to cooperate with us for just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles.
You may no longer be willing to help us, however. May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Do as you like. Okie dokie. Ah, shit, wrong button. Okay. Oh shit, wait, what's that pink shit? Give me that. What is this? It's a pink colored piece of trash made of rubber. It's a deflated balloon, that's all it is. Oh, I feel like I've seen something like this before.
Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there's a litterer running loose inside this courthouse, it's simply unforgivable.
Ugh! Felt like it was I who littered.
Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin.
Hey, don't be so mean to rubbish, come on.
What's the matter?
I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp.
Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyway, wouldn't that be fucked up if I just took this cactus and clocked you over the head? Like right now? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case.
Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely unrelated. It is completely related. Fuck.
Oh, well then I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related.
Ants! Ants!
What are these black speckles?
I believe it's a pile of ants eating away.
Oh, that detective, he claims that not a single ant slipped by him. Here's a whole hill of them. I'm going to whip the fuck out of these ants!
Ah! What are you hitting me for?
Sorry, I thought you were an ant.
What the fuck?
As a replacement for our pathetic detective.
Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts.
Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating.
I'm not touching it. From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll.
Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times.
It wasn't me who dropped food on the ground.
The courthouse must be kept clean.
Ah! This poor fucking dude. The dirt on this bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance.
I can't believe there's someone going around dirty in the courthouse. For shame.
Calm down, Francisca. Now take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you?
I suppose it could be. Which means
That perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench.
I see, and then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob.
You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir, yes, sir. I've got the results of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And do we know who they belong to? Sir, The fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. Aw, fuck. And there you have it. Yes, I suppose so.
Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench.
I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. Could he have bought that though? He doesn't have that much money. I already looked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Hold on. Well, that definitely has. Well, this has to definitely connect. Come on. Bits of chocolate and cake. Could they not have come from a Swiss roll?
A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that?
May not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over there.
The vending machine. Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive.
Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and the chocolate bits were found in this hallway, just that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now.
Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I?
Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench.
Ugh, how could he not clean up after himself? How utterly despicable.
Don't you dare whip me again! It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who brought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
A contradiction? Where?
I think another look around the special courthouse vending machine is in order. I was there, but thanks. This spot somehow connected to the evidence I hold. About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Yep.
How poor is that guy?
This bonus really was only $5. And he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor.
Meaning Scruffy must have bought the pack somehow.
Indeed. A detective should not have been able to purchase the pack, and yet he did. Question is, how? Okie dokie. What else do we do? Wait, shit, that's the wrong one. Boink. Yeah! Probably popped because it hit the cacti or something. This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon.
I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
Yep. Bam, bam, bam. Investigation complete! I believe I now have a very firm grasp of what happened here.
Well, I do too. Bitch.
Alright, Francisca. Would you care to share the conclusions you've come to?
Well, why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. It's kind of fucking annoying, to be honest, but you know. Very well, well, first we have to pay his honor a visit to correct his testimony. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? Am I sus, as the kids say? The kids don't say that yet. In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge, is nothing but a common witness before a Von Karma.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I said! Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Man from Carmen, Mr. G.
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
As a defender of the law, I can never give a false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. Let's go! Judge cross-examination! This would be a little more poggers if I didn't play The Great Ace Attorney 2 first. But still, this was the first one to do it, so. During the recess, I went to the restroom. Took a dumpy. There was a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. The detective that goes missing while on duty, that sounds mighty suspicious to me. Your Honor, can you please try to make I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There was a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. So, detective. When I went to exit, he completely disappeared. But what about the prince? What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? Ha! If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I myself have never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by.
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job. This is real life.
This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? This party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. If you must know, the uncouth bench soldier has already been placed under arrest, thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well, that's good, but who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing just the murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on his bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. It's this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was really Oh my, what is wrong with me tonight? Leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall. Built different, you might say, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself wasn't able to see out of that window. Short bitch. Ah! I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot where the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then... it seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony is just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. But hey, don't you say it! Sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Yes, actually, there is. I just remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth. Please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he?
That might not be a bad thing. More info the more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? Well, I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. How was that? That is the testimony of the one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, would you try to state the important facts first next time?
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words.
I'm sorry. But honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until now. Now that he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. By the way, there was somebody celebrating a recess. I could have celebrating a birthday during the recess because I sworn I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. The most critical point in the argument is when did the judge look into the hallway? And whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person in the restroom, but that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked.
Hold it.
As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. What were you expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement just made is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. All right, if you insist. 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. Didn't somebody say otherwise? Heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start.
Objection!
Bitch! I'm sorry, I shouldn't be calling the judge a bitch. I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I can't cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Egad! I've been overruled. Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred von...
Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you bite your tongue on those preposterous statements?
I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francesca.
Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back.
With your height, you need a stepladder or 4 to accomplish that. Good job keeping that one to yourself, Edgy. Mr. Edgeworth. My ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Ha! Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit about the testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said... You heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were about to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that be. Or that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day! Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot. Oh, I'm sorry, I heard it clear as day. The sound of the gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. Oh, but now I understand what the gunshot the judge really heard was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what the gunshot really produced. Yada-yada-yada-pa. Yoop-a-doop-a-doo, it's the balloon! I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? Is that a It may not look like it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon to the court record? Why did it play the sound there, you goofy fuck? Your Honor, if I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, Defendant Lobby No. 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Let me just say this. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking that it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this?
This was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I would have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified.
Can you elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins?
No.
Well, to be honest, let me just say, Baba Booey. I think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot, but who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons are in conjunction with the courthouse.
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it. That balloon that girl was holding explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. Although I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving a testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I would have to come to a very, very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There's still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. There he goes. Ooh, what is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
No, I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have to prove he is innocent of this crime. I guess so. What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you were not on trial. This is all just a part of the investigation. Yeah, no, honestly, no, the judge does get dumber as the games go on. No, I can confirm that as somebody who's played all the games. Great Ace Attorney notwithstanding, because that's a different character. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony... Yo!
My whip will object, loud and clear.
If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood. I got you, pal. Grace Attorney Judge goes hard. Which one? Accepted. Okay, I think that answers that. Being back on the state of the crime scene, the judge's testimony, it's obvious Detective Gumshoe is lying. If I can break his lie, we may never get a break in this case. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
He's still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying. It's time I pulled the information I need out of him. Alright, I came down here on the orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway? Of course I did something. I got in the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else? Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply, oh, I know. It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we are all in shock and in awe of your utter stupidity.
Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one.
Ouch! But I'm not lying. I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Until I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from the lobby number 2 door.
Objection!
Explain. I have an objection. What is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere. Hey! It's one of those things. The Courthouse Special Swiss rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench. Hey! You know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. I'm over here now. I just decided to walk over here. I need to keep myself mobile every now and then, keep the blood flowing and all that.
You inconsiderate, slovenly pig!
Ugh! I promise to clean it up later, I swear. Now then, shall we get down to business? How about the fact that you didn't move a single step from the front of that door? If it were really the case, how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Ugh!
Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how'd you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands?
Ouch! It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can. Alright. I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? So I could chew it out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job. So I didn't want to say anything. Well, unfortunately for you, pipe bomb. Unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay. I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. Pipe bomb, rope, oil. You don't know. That last statement. You sound like it makes sense, but however, there was something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Oh, of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal. Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. But it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else. Yeah, it's been at least like a week-ish, apparently, around that time. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct? Remind me again, pal?
That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Ooh. Let me ask that. How did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that? I told you I bought it by myself, pal. Wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. So there's no one who could have helped me buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. As if you could. What are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. What? How? What proof do I have that there must have been someone else there in the hallway?
Take that!
I'm bringing out the fucking Swiss roll again. You showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal. I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls. Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it. You thief! What? I would never do such a thing. All you liars are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal. I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh! 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, but you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No way, pal. You got it all wrong. I ate both of them.
Bitch! Oh, fuck. Well,
It would appear that we've caught you at last. Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that Goyle! It would appear that they do know each other after all. So, why do you continue to come up and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow?
I have a name. It is Kay.
Kay, what?
Kay Faraday.
Faraday? Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a you. I'm Kay.
Kay, you know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do.
But you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister.
Gummy? My guess is he's talking about Detective Gumshoe.
What a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong.
Kay. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail.
Rawr!
Wow, she fucking is feral. Damn. Now then, Kay.
She's like a stray cat.
Wonder if I should feed her something.
Take that!
Maybe Charlie's grandma, young Kay.
Unfortunately, you already redeemed your Charlie's grandmother for the day.
Kay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down.
Oh, Swiss roll.
It really belongs to you, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy.
Oh my! Your father. He's... Ah, don't you dare say another word, pal! She doesn't know yet!
Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking. He's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Okay.
I'm not gonna cry. Not gonna...
She's crying. Oh, unfortunate. It's alright. Let it all out. Father just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was the defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Look at this GBA crushed fucking flashback. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child, I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us.
Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry?
Ah, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay, how about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes?
No.
Jesus Christ. This fucking baby. Ah! Microfox! Don't blow your nose on that!
I feel better now. Thanks.
You little shit! It's a good thing the spray has not changed at all to reflect this. Are you going to be alright, okay?
Yep, I'm already alright.
Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it.
I promised Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers.
And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right?
That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still gonna keep all my promises.
You're a very brave girl, Kay.
You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. Nobody can testify that you didn't cry, just for you. Thank you very much, lady. Ha, it's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Kay, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls.
I almost fucking slipped into the uwu dialect for her, and I don't think she deserves that. Oh, that quote gives me mental damage a little bit. I still haven't made that highlight reel for Tropical Freeze. I want to get the Bowser's Inside Story ones out first before I start it. But it's gonna happen. Oh.
I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard.
I see, and what have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
A promise notebook? May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. May I read it? Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna start snooping around. Never take things from a stranger. Never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. Okay, be a good girl and promise that you'll keep your promises to me. Okay? Damn. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father.
I'm gonna try.
Hey, Kay. So I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too.
Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay? I don't know why he's trying so hard to seek validation. I feel, but then again, I also kind of do get it because this man's ego is so fractured because of all the shit he has to put up with. What is with the two of them? I hand down voters to justice, so that makes me a hero too.
Yes, and thanks to your also heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
I'm really sorry about that.
Gummy is not a bad man, okay?
That poor judge. Being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay. I know I said Judge had a fighting game stance, but young Kay literally has a fighting game stance.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little bit more about him? Dick! You fucking dick! So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier.
Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine. So I said hi.
And when was this?
Oh, before everything got all crazy.
How long were the two of you together?
We only talked for a little while. And then we went on our own ways.
That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it. Oh, which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess. Isn't that right? You got me.
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister.
Very well then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay?
Well, I didn't really have a lot of money. And I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one.
Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah! Thanks so much for doing that, mister.
Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
That's why...
Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal.
Need I remind you that you're also the one already under the rest?
Yo! I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question.
Sorry about your ruffly thing.
Yes, well, now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay. I was spare. You were fucking right, by the way. Poke was fucking right. I can't believe it. So here, you can have this one.
Daddy said never take things from a stranger.
It's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah, look, see? It's right here on this page. We already read this.
Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, then give it back to me next time we meet.
Okay. Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers. Couldn't borrow things.
It's really funny. I don't know what that was, and I'm kind of scared that it was something important. Like, if that was the hard drive that has like my game like stuff on it, this thing could crash any second. Also, right when Ezra took off the cravat. That's true. That's fair. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear. That you were with little Kay in that hallway. Ooh, that's some bars, Edgeworth. Gumshoe, what the fuck are you talking about?
I told you to stop being mean to Gummy! Miles Edgeworth, there's still something you have yet to resolve.
You know, last stream, it was my voice being strained by all of the old man voices and all the deep, gravelly voices. And, you know, I'm still doing Gumshoe's voice, so it's a little bit of that. But also my voice is being strained by all the little fucking kids I have to play. God!
I'm not used to going this high, typically. You still haven't offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us.
That's, well...
Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake.
Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Ah, so that's why. You're kinda spitting for real, sir. Are you okay, Detective?
So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, you can't call this a perfect investigation.
The reason for lying is very simple.
But what?
Here's what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious that the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of Kay?
Take that!
Boink.
Mr. Faraday and Kay's promise notebook, how does this explain anything?
If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay.
What the foolishly foolish fool's full of a foolish reason for a fool?
Sip. Ew!
Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you?
Because I'm your friend, Kay. That's why.
Gummy?
At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I've been staying in guard for a while. I was getting real hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me.
But all the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls.
Yeah, but then like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up.
I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. I only had about $1 in coins.
So we pooled my $5 and her $1 together, and bought a pack of Swiss rolls.
But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said,
Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know?
He told me it'd be okay. And he gave me a whole roll to save a gift to Daddy. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate?
Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together. Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. Sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway. Kay, I believe this also belongs to you.
Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away.
One Piece?
Can we get much higher? It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I forgive you. But that balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose.
The One Piece!
I dropped it, and because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll.
Wow, you really got me there, pal. This is the funniest joke that I have no right to be a part of. Yeah, I don't know. I've never experienced One Piece, but that meme is just so quotable to me.
So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So you kicked me, is that it?
You showed on a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister.
It's alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. What about this Swiss roll? Would it be alright with you if I held onto it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go?
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give him to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murder. Hi.
Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime.
What do you mean?
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, monsieur. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy. Oh, and what have we here? What's a child doing here in the courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child in. Ah!
What? Miss Callisto, that girl is Mr. Faraday's...
I know. So what? You think that's just because she's the victim's daughter? She just gets to run wild around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her. Speak nothing of getting underfoot.
I suppose you're right. However, as long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand.
Now then, detective. You were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct?
Yeah, but,
You see, isn't it obvious that could only be a detective? He is the only person who could have gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders.
I have no counter argument for that.
Don't worry, I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest.
But the investigation is far from over!
Oh, that's right, I was going to speak with you about that. Do you think it's reckless to talk to a suspect out in the open without a guard?
I suppose it is. The judge is right here, though. Does he not count for anything? I mean, I know he's not like a guard, but like he's a guardian of the law or something. This is flimsy. This is as flimsy as Gumshoe's paycheck. Fuck. Wow, sir.
Well, someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma. Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. So, we're back to square one.
Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence, and the One Piece will be confirmed fake. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bat and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1. Oh! Oh god, okay, okay. Thank God there's to be continued. I'm stopping here for now.